Welcome back to Nautical Twins. Last time we jetted from Singapore to Portugal and drove right into the action, tools in hand, servicing the pneumatic maneuvering systems on a massive gas carrier ship. Then we gave you a sneak peek at our reward, a jaw-dropping tour of the legendary Barracuda submarine, a true icon of the Portuguese Navy. Now we're back in the engine room, grinding to wrap up the job, but the adventure doesn't stop there. We're taking a well-earned break to explore another historic masterpiece, the mighty Dom Fernando II Il Gloria, a 50-gun war frigate from 1843 that's brimming with naval history. Buckle up and join us for another thrilling Nautical Twins adventure. And action take one. Good morning, world.
Good morning.
How you doing, João? All right. We're ready to go back. It's our second day on the ship, so let's go.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Roll the music. Come on, intro. If you're new here, welcome. We're João Luís, twin brothers and service engineers hitting engine rooms worldwide to inspect and maintain the pneumatic maneuvering systems on main engines. Morning, gentlemen. Morning, Chief. How are you?
Okay.
We proceed. Right, let's have a small meeting. So, what's our plan of action?
You get started on the
reduction
air panel. Remove the air regulators, double check valves, overpressure relief valves, filters. And then we can either bring it here. We have a vise, but it's not strong enough, or we can do it down there.
Okay.
And then I will start removing the solenoid pilot valves on top of the starting air valves.
Sounds good.
And then the last thing will be the turning gear interlock. Right. And then we will switch on the air with the chief engineer the second, and we'll get things tested.
Sounds good.
And proved.
Okay, João. Sounds
good.
It's a wrap.
Let's go.
And we're done for the morning. It's a good morning. Very labor intensive for me, at least my side of the work. But nevertheless, smooth sailing. So take a break now and have something to eat. What about you, João? Did you have a good morning?
I had a challenging morning.
You had a challenging morning. Some surprises, I think.
I had an argument with an 8mm Allen bolt.
I think we had a few arguments.
Guess who won that argument? Me. I ended up having to drill him out.
Well, I guess that's why we're here.
They didn't have the last laugh. I did.
Very good.
Anyway, things are on schedule.
We're on schedule, yeah.
We'll be putting the remaining valves back to the system, and then later on, after we have a snack or a small meal, we will
we'll be testing.
Test it. We'll test the full system. Turning gear interlock to service and overhaul and inspect. Put back.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we should be finished today. And
let's hope.
Worst case scenario, we will come back tomorrow for testing. But I think today's okay from schedule. Yeah, and another successful service.
Very good.
Fun fact, this is my second time on board this vessel for the same service. I was here roughly 5 years ago. Same place, and most of the valves were overhauled or serviced by me, and I can still see my original marks.
Very good.
Which seem to last forever, you know, these Japanese paint markers. They last a lifetime, you know, you mark them once and leave it.
That's good.
So yeah, it makes life easier.
Very good. All right. Well, let's eat something and then get back to work.
Let's go.
Let's go, man. See you in a bit. We're finished. Everything tested, everything went well. 2 days, just under 2 days. So we're just doing the paperwork now. João, are you happy?
I'm super happy.
Super happy. Super duper. Super duper.
Just a little bit of paperwork
to do before we leave.
Reports, will be done later in the office.
Very good. So we have a day off tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get up to something interesting to show you. So if there's anything you'd like to see from us on our day off, just let us know.
Or you'd like to ask.
Or like to ask. Leave a comment below. And we'll try our best
to accommodate you.
A bit exhausting today. Okay. Then roll the credits and roll the outro. This may not be the ending that we're going to use, but just for fun. Okay, bye-bye. It's our day off, and today we're in Caçilhas, just across the Tagus from Lisbon, stepping aboard the legendary Dom Fernando II and Glória frigate. This isn't just any ship, it's Portugal's last sailing warship, a floating piece of history. Let's dive into her story and explore her decks. Built in 1843 in Daman, Portuguese India, the Dom Fernando II and Glória was a beast of a frigate, rocking a wooden hull made of tough teak from Nagara Valley. She was launched in 1843, towed to Goa for her final rigging, and set sail on her maiden voyage from Goa to Lisbon in 1845. This ship was the last to run the Carreira da Índia, the historic route connecting Portugal to its Indian colonies for over 3 centuries. Named after King Consort Ferdinand II and Queen Maria II, whose middle name was Glória, plus a nod to Our Lady of Glory, a big deal in Goa, this frigate was loaded with 50 cannons, 28 on the battery deck and 22 on the main deck. She sailed for 33 years, ranking up over 100,000 nautical miles. That's like circling the globe 5 times. Alright, let's check out the main deck. This is where the action happened. We've got 3 massive masts towering above, rigged with sails that powered this beauty across oceans. 22 cannons up here could pack a punch, and the crew, anywhere from 145 to 379 sailors, depending on the mission, would have been hustling to keep this ship moving. Life up here was no joke. Sailors worked round the clock, climbing, rigging in storms, hauling sails, and firing cannons during battles. The deck was their workspace, but also where they ate and sometimes slept. Imagine the chaos. Waves crashing, orders shouted, and the smell of salt and tar everywhere. Oh, I guess they would have kept their chickens here. Lay some eggs. It says here the Indian Run. So this vessel traveled from Lisbon all the way to India. So the frigate Dom Fernando II Gloria is the last exclusive under-sail ship of the Portuguese Navy and the last vessel sailing the India Run. Well, I think that explains the chickens. They would have had chicken curry coming from India, or butter chicken. Okay, that's loud. The officers had it better. Their cabins were back here with actual beds and desks, fancy for the time. But even they dealt with the same rocking ship, storms, and isolation. Now we're on the gun deck, or battery deck, where 28 cannons lined the sides. This was the heart of the frigate's firepower. And check out these mannequins. They show how gunners lived and worked in super tight quarters. It was dark, smoky, and loud down here doing a fight. No mutiny in my ship, I say. Living conditions? Rough. Sailors slept in hammocks strung between beams with barely enough room to move. Meals were basic. Think hardtack biscuits, salted meat, and grog. Long voyages, like the 6-month trip from Goa to Lisbon, meant no fresh food, scurvy risks, and constant maintenance to keep the ships seaworthy. Down in the lowering decks, you've got storage for supplies, food, water, gunpowder, and trade goods. This frigate carried troops, settlers, colonial officials, and even convicts to Angola, India, and Mozambique. By 1878, after her last voyage, the Dom Fernando became a naval artillery school, moored in Lisbon until 1938. She even served as a training hub for disadvantaged youth from 1947 to 1963. But tragedy hit in 1963. A massive fire destroyed her, leaving the hull stuck in the Tagus mudflats for 29 years. In 1990, the Portuguese Navy and the National Commission for the Commemoration of the Portuguese Discoveries teamed up to save her. From 1992 to 1998, they restored her to its 1850s glory at shipyards in Alfeite and Aveiro. She was a star at Expo 98, drawing nearly 1 million visitors. And in 1999, the World Ship Trust gave her the International Maritime Heritage Award for one of the most incredible ship restorations ever. Today, she's a museum ship, dry docked right here in Caçilhas. Walking these decks, you feel like a sailor from the 19th century, braving the seas. The mannequins, info panels, those huge cannons really bring it to life. It's one of the best preserved wooden frigates in the world. Life aboard was tough but epic. Sailors faced danger, disease, and long stretches away from home. But they were part of Portugal's maritime legacy, connecting continents in the age of sail. This ship's a testament to their grit and the craftsmanship of the Mans shipbuilders. What do you reckon, João?
I think we should buy it.
I was impressed. I think you should buy the ship. Yeah. That was impressive, actually.
Yes. You can see Lisbon from here.
Lisbon, yeah. There
Which
you
is
go.
great.
That's it for our tour of Dom Fernando II and Glória. If you're in Lisbon, hop on the ferry from Cais do Sodré to Caçilhas. It's a quick 10-minute ride, and check this beauty out. Tell us in the comments what you think of this floating history lesson. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for more ship adventures with us. Next time, we're diving into another vessel's engine room. So stay tuned. Peace out, crew. I'm on, João. I'm hungry. Let's go get some lunch.
Okay. Chicken
Stay
curry.
off. Let's stop working. Let's get some lunch, my friend.